Today is World Teachers' Day, and more than 100 countries will be celebrating the mother of all professions. Youth care organization Girls and Boys Town says the day is about celebrating what they call a precious resource. Well, to discuss the significance of the day, we are joined in the studio by Lee Loynes, CEO of the Girls and Boys Town. Lee, good morning and thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
You are involved with education in South Africa and you're supporting teachers. Am I correct?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. What exactly do you do for teachers?
Okay, so Girls and Boys Town is an organization that for 58 years has worked with high-risk youth and families. One of the areas of high risk for young people in South Africa is their education and what happens in education. So we started not just working with kids in residential care, but also working with learners and young people in schools and educators in schools, because that's often where either problems play themselves out or problems arise. And we've heard about all of the sort of news, you've read in the newspaper many times over the last couple of years about the unsafe schools and learners struggling and educators struggling and stuff like that. So,
and issues of capacity in terms of how you manage a classroom as well.
Exactly.
Okay, what is there to celebrate today for South African teachers? I mean, some of the challenges you just mentioned. Education system as a whole is in a crisis. We are seeing it playing itself out at tertiary institutions, but we know that problems start right from early childhood, right through the primary phase. If you sit today and you are celebrating this day, what is there for a South African teacher? What should we be celebrating?
Well, I think there are many teachers in many different settings that, despite what goes on and despite the difficulties, go to school, do their very best to teach the young people, because without education, we have no future. So, and young people have no future, and young people are in crisis even once they leave the education system, so many young people. So we're celebrating those educators who are there for young people, who do the job that they're supposed to do, and in many instances go beyond the job they're supposed to do, even in the face of lack of resources, sometimes violent schools, and they're there for the learners and the young people in South Africa today.
When I was growing up, I used to hear the famous expression that teaching is not a job, it's a calling. Exactly. Does that still apply in South Africa today? From your experience when you engage with the various educators through your various programs that you're supporting?
Many of the educators, most of the educators that we train are committed to doing a really good job, and that's what they want to do. And so it's often really sort of beneficial for us working with them, because the motivation is there and the skills that we're able to impart to educators to assist them to take the next step forward and to work with difficult young learners in a classroom sometimes, but still teach the academic curriculum, is very rewarding for us, because they really are committed to doing that.
Yeah, I think we should, in that regard, one understand, we should salute them. Exactly. And may they long continue to do the hard work. Well, it is 2016. If there was any particular message you would have for us as South Africans, as an organization that supports teachers through your classroom management training, for example, what would that message be on World Teachers' Day today in 2016?
I think to say to teachers, your job is a critical job. We need to respect teachers in South Africa. We need to value teachers in South Africa possibly more than we do. And we need to recognize that any person actually working with young people today, whether it be in the school system or any other system, is doing a job that is going to pay dividends going forward into the future. And so we need to value, respect, and cherish what educators and teachers are doing with learners.
Especially us as parents as well.
As well. Parents, any carer of children.
Okay, no, thank you very much, and good luck with the job that you're doing with the teachers in that classroom management training across the country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's Lee Loynes, the CEO of the Girls and Boys Town, marking World Teachers' Day here on eNCA.